Welcome back to Chalisco Crypto. Guys, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So let's discuss. Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Let's see what is happening in the crypto market. So, guys, the big boys, the big players, they are back in the game. So they keep buying, they keep accumulating more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let's see what is happening in the market. So not just that, so we have a lot of good headline, a lot of fantastic news. We show that Bitcoin and crypto market is still on track. The big boys are back. The big boys keep accumulating. So if just about $1 billion USDT was minted about a few minutes ago, we show that so the big boys keep accumulating. They are still on. They keep accumulating. They keep buying. So even if BlackRock ETF, they are now holding above 600. How much are they now holding? Let's quickly see. 627,000, almost about 628,000 Bitcoin. So we show that, as you guys can see, so the big boys keep accumulating more Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. So which will be diving into the market. So Bitcoin just had a little pullback to between $101,600 just about a few hours ago. Now we are recovering back up. Good evening, guys. So, guys, good evening. Let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto. So, yesterday I was having issue with my house Wi-Fi. So, which we'll be talking about that at the end of the stream, which was crazy. So, it was really crazy yesterday. So, with the network, so having issue with my house Wi-Fi. So, I tried to resolve that, which I also contacted the network provider. There was turning me up and down. So, guys, let's dive into the market. So, it's in again. It's crazy. The weather here. So, as you guys can see, the market is holding strong. So, Bitcoin is still back up again above $103,000. So, which is fantastic. So, quickly, let's look at the market. Let's look at most of the altcoins as they're doing. With the 7 days trade, most of the altcoins are still up with double digits, but in the past 24 hours, so most of the altcoins are down. Like for example, even if it is still holding strong above $2,500. Yeah, guys, if you have any question, drop your question on the chat. Let me see if I can. Let me bring out the chat. So drop your question on the chat. So as always, Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. So all you just need to do is to keep using a dollar cost average. So guys, as you guys can see, the most of the altcoins are still holding strong. At least by now, if you are using a DCA dollar cost average, at least let it be because we are still not in alt season. At least by now, if you are DCA, let's say 80% in Bitcoin as of now, that is because most of the time, 90% of the time, Bitcoin usually outperforming those altcoins. So this is not time to DCA into altcoin right now. For most of you guys who are asking me on S, so what am I DCA on? So if you are using a dollar cost average now, so if you are DCA, at least let it be that you will be DCA using at least 80% in Bitcoin. So most of the altcoins are still really strong. So guys, as you guys can see on chain, just about a few minutes ago, so $1 billion was minted in Tether, $1 billion in USDT. So $1 billion was minted. So we show that more money is still coming into the space. So the big boys, they are ready to buy once again. So as I always say, Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. This is just $1 billion that was just deep into the market just about a few minutes ago. So what did you think that the big boys will be using this money on? So they will be using it to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So they just minted. This is a catch of what $1 billion that was converted from fiat to USDT few hours ago. That's because the big boys they keep realizing that so the one asset that hedge against inflation is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That is why everybody is going all in. Even if Michael Saylor, the CEO of strategy, he said it's all in. He said it's all in the market. So which we'll be looking into that. Let's see what next. Guys, I've shown you some data like this, similar data like this on other like Bitcoin and Solana. But this tracking data here is for it. So we see show that so Ethereum so is still on track. So if the market still continue, at least Ethereum will still be heading above $3,000 once again. So, but it may be the last pop of the year. So as I always say, don't forget that if history is on our side, so if history is on our side, so we have just a few months left. We have just a few months left if history is on our side. So last cycle, as you guys can see, during 2021, it was up 262%. So which if this cycle, it may still be at least going up to like about 131%. But even if most of the data, when they are still saying we are on track, as I always say, so don't forget to take profit. Very, very important to always take profit when you are in profit. So guys, let's see what next. Hard basis investment firms avenues, they just disclosed that they are holding between $857 million in Bitcoin ETF, which is for sure. So why did you think that? How did you think that? Which is BlackRock? They keep getting more money to buy more Bitcoin. So that's because those private companies, so they have been investing in a Bitcoin ETF. So in order for them to get exposure to those, to Bitcoin ETF. So guys, it's circles, guys. Okay, let's go. So guys, as you guys can see, the big boys they keep accumulating. So they keep accumulating more Bitcoin. As you guys can see, even if as of today, the US, just US Bitcoin ETF, they are now holding 1,179,000 Bitcoin. So which is so that the big boys they keep accumulating every single day. So even if it's still not affecting the price, that is because they are using. We all know they are using OTC. So one day when OTC market finally dry up, so they will be buying. So where will they be buying from? That is when they will be buying from open market, and we all know that then it will make effect in the market. So Bitcoin will be hedging up higher. So that is why they like today, even if when we are still trading, when the market pull back down. So what you just need to do is to keep using DCA dollar cost average, so you'll be able to accumulate more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So guys, quickly, let's see what next. So this is Saylor. Michael Saylor, which is the CEO of a strategy. Saylor said he is all in. So during this one, during his interview, so now he just used AI to recreate it. So he said that he is all in Bitcoin. So which is just a short clip. So which you guys should have to listen to it. So what I was asking Saylor, so are you all in Bitcoin? He said, where are you sitting on right now? So he said he's sitting on chair. He said, are you all sitting in? So are you all in the chair? So for sure. So let's quickly listen to Michael Saylor, which is the CEO of strategy. So what he have to say about Bitcoin? Just to say, this is just a short clip.
Would say that does the inflation. Like how many chairs are you sitting?
So
Are you all in on the chairs?
So what he have to say?
The point really is you put on one pair of glasses, you got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Are you trusted?
Saylor.
Is that conviction? seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. If you're driving 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time, if you drive down one street, aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family in the one airplane, are you afraid? Ultimately, if you're a rational individual, do you when you use knives, do you have copper knives, wooden knives?
So that's what Michael Saylor, which is the CEO of Saylor, is saying, as you guys can see. What Saylor is saying that he is all in Bitcoin. So he trusted the blockchain so much. So he believes so much in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that is why it is all in. So which is for sure. So if you believe in something, at least you should all go all in. So but one thing I was saying is that so if you are just coming into the market and you don't know how the market works, so at least don't go all in. So DCA dollar cost average. So to understand how the market works, so you can start buying. You can go all in like a seller, which is the CEO of a strategy, where you finally understand the market. So quickly, let's see what next. So that's breaking news. But Coinbase CEOs react to 20 million Bitcoin ransoms. So guys, what is happening here is that Brian Armstrong, which is the CEO of Coinbase, he said that so some of the data of Coinbase users, so they were hacked, and so the people are now requesting for about $20 million in ransom. So now he said no. So I also have a short clip of that. Let me try and bring it out over here. So Brian Armstrong is saying that no. So what they will be doing, they won't be giving them 20 million. So, but if any of the any of Coinbase user, if their data got hacked and the hackers take money from there, so they will be using the $20 million, which they will have be using to pay for the ransom. They will be using the $20 million to give to their clients. So if they take any money from their client, which is for sure. So let me quickly bring it here. Sure, you guys can see.
Hey everyone, I want to make you aware of a troubled email pointer with a ransom note demanding $20 million Bitcoin in exchange for the attackers not releasing some information they think they would obtain.
It's crazy.
Now, we like to do things transparently here at Coinbase, so I'm going to respond publicly to these attackers by saying, no, you're not going to be arrested. In fact, I have a few next steps in mind I'm going to share at the end of this video. But for the rest of you watching, wondering what happened, we did an investigation here, and these attackers have been approaching our overseas customer support agent.
Yeah, good evening, big bro. How the song?
Chief customer support. Now, our support tools have limited access to customer information. There was no passwords or private keys or funds to access like part of this. But customer support agents do have access to personal information like name, date of birth, address, etc. The attackers still want access to this information because it allows them to conduct social engineering attacks where they can call our customers impersonating Coinbase customer support and try to trick them into sending their funds to the attacker.
Yes, you guys are here. That what Brian Armstrong is saying is that so the hackers have access to some of the Coinbase users information, and those people are requesting for $20 million in bitcoins for ransom. So now he's saying no. So what they have to do, if any of the Coinbase user, if the hackers get their information and take money from them, so they will be using the $20 million to pay for that. To pay for that. To be able to make sure that so they resolve the issue, so they will be able to use that $20 million instead of them to use that $20 million to pay for ransom. So they will be using that $20 million to to give to their clients. So guys, which to me that is the best decision. So which they have to take. So guys, as you guys can see, so Coinbase, stock is down with about 5% in the past few hours. That is because just about a few days ago, Coinbase stock was up with about 20%, was up to like about $260, $260 something dollars. So as you guys can see, it's like down with almost about $100. So just in the past few hours, so it's down with about 5%. So which is crazy. So guys, quickly let's see what next. Bitcoin remains on matching as a global inflation's hedge. So the inflation it keep going up every single day, which is this is why we always say the best asset to hold that hedge against inflation is Bitcoin, which you guys all know that. So Bitcoin is an asset that has a mass supply of 21 million. So created in 20 Bitcoin was created in 2008 and established in 2009. So just between a decade plus. So Bitcoin went from $1, below $1. Even if Bitcoin went from below $1 as of today, so Bitcoin is still trading, as you guys can see it on the screen, Bitcoin is still trading above $100,000, which there is no any other asset that has outperformed Bitcoin over the past few years. So if you head over here to check the Bitcoin performance over the past few years, so you can easily see it over here that Bitcoin is up with 167 million percent, even if as of today. So we show that there's no any other asset that has outperformed this asset over the past few years. So one of the best assets on the planet today is Bitcoin. So all you just need to do is to keep using a DCA dollar cost average, so you'll be able to accumulate more Bitcoin, so that in the next few years when Bitcoin started trading above $1 million, so you will be in a huge profit, which we all know that. So even if as of today, gold is still holding a market cap of 22 trillion. So Bitcoin is holding a market cap of 2 trillion. So if Bitcoin surpasses the market cap of gold, so even if equivalent to market cap of gold, that will take a Bitcoin above $1 million per coin. Yeah, guys, how are you doing? If you have any questions, as always, so drop it on the chat. Favor, I'm good. Rosita, how are you doing? Miraculous, guys, I'm doing great. So Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. So as you guys can see, highest, which is as you guys can see, Bitcoin is to $1 million by 2028. So that's why even if so Bitcoin is is the only one asset that hedge against inflation. So as you guys can see, a lot of people are still predicting at least for Bitcoin to be heading up to like between $1 million in 2028, which is just a few years from now. So to me, I think maybe next cycle, which is between the next cycle will be between this 2028 to 2029. So next cycle is 2028. So which is that is why a lot of people are expecting at least Bitcoin to be heading up to $1 million to you know for Bitcoin to be heading up to $1 million in 2028. So let's see. So one of the best way to keep buying is to keep using DCA dollar cost average. So JP Morgan says Bitcoin are likely to have a more upside than gold in the next, which is a H2, which is a Q2 of 2025. For sure, it's not it's not negotiable that Bitcoin is whether Bitcoin would be outperforming gold. For sure, Bitcoin has been outperforming gold over the past few years. So just a decade ago, gold was still trading between $2,500 when as of today, gold is trading between $2,300 when Bitcoin is trading above $100,000. So we can't even compare gold to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been one of the best performing assets over the past few years, which is for sure it will continue to be one of the best performing assets. So guys, as always share the stream, smash the like and share the stream with your friends and family, so that they can be tuning in, so they can be DCA using a dollar cost average, so they will be able to buy more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency when the market have a pullback. Let's quickly see what next. This is what I was saying. minutes ago, guys, Mastercard to roll out a stable coin out in just the next few years. So what is happening here is that Mastercard they just partner with MoonPay to roll out stable coins payment, global payment, which is crazy. So the big boys they know that Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. So they are working so hard at least to create a global payment with a stable coin. So which for sure. So whenever you are holding a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you don't even need to withdraw money to a bank. So all you just need to do. So if you are having more pay, and you are having stable coin, it's just for you to deposit your stable coin there, so you'll be able to spend your your debit card. Yeah, favor J-Boy, how are you all doing? The market is still holding strong. Bitcoin and crypto is still holding strong. So you don't have to be scared. So global search volume for Bitcoin is still flat. So, which still show that, so we are still early in the market. All you just need to do is to keep using DCA. So whenever the Google search volume start rising, so that usually show the top of the market. So as of now, as you guys can see, the Google search of Bitcoin is still flat. So we still show that, so the bull market, the bull market is still not edge yet. So we are still early in the market. And you guys all know that you can't predict the market 100%. So one of the ways for you to keep accumulating is to keep using a dollar cost average. So a little bit of Q&A. So we can call it a day. Guys, yesterday it was crazy. First, when I woke up yesterday, my house Wi-Fi was trafficating red. I called the network providers for them to rectify it. They said, oh, they will be coming in the next 2-3 days. So I was using my phone and network for the stream yesterday. It was going crazy. I said no. So that was when I ended the live stream yesterday. So I took my car key, I drove to their office. So they came today to rectify it. So at least I'm using so you guys can say the network is better. So using my house Wi-Fi now. Yeah, Sita, J-Boy, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. So guys, the market is still holding strong. So let me at least the market is still holding strong. Let's pull out the chart. The market is still holding strong. So what you just need to do is to keep using this dollar cost average, so that whenever the market is so don't forget. So if history is on our side, so we just have a few months left. So even if I know that a lot of people are saying now that we may be in a super cycle, so I don't think so maybe super cycle will be happening this a lot of people are still predicting super cycle, so which I don't think so. That is because over the past few years, so people will be telling you that, oh, maybe each time the market is booming, like a day like today, when we are still trading above $103,000, so Bitcoin went from $16,000 above 100. Generally, we was still trading between Bitcoin was still trading between $108,000 to $109,000. So we did back down to $74,000, which was necessary. So now Bitcoin is above $103,000 again. So people are predicting super cycle, which I don't think so. So that's because each we all know that we have 3 years down and 1 year up. During those 3 years down, the miners have to run out in profit. So for the miners to run out in profit, at least Bitcoin need to debug out to between 50,000 to below $50,000. So in order for the miners to run out in profits, so that is why I know that a lot of things have changed this cycle. That's because we now have Bitcoin reserve, and this Bitcoin spot ETF, they keep accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. That is because we all know one day they will run out in profit. So as of now, they are still buying using OTC, which we all know that one good day, so the OTC market will run out. But even if as of today, Coinbase are still holding a huge amount of Bitcoin. So Coinbase are still holding a 2.7 million Bitcoin under their management, worth billions upon billions of dollars. So even if when those big boys they want to buy, they will still keep using OTC for now until when OTC market finally dry up. Yeah, guys, I'm cool. Yeah, favor that super cycle, so I don't think that, so super cycle, having a super cycle now, no, I don't think so. Man. A lot of people say, oh, we're in super cycle, so that's because the market is still up. So, if the market dip back down, now you will see that, everybody will start bearish once again. You guys can see that just between a month ago, the fear and greediness was the fear and greediness was below 20. So a day like today, people are more bullish once again. The fear and greediness was between, let's quickly see it over here. The fear and greediness did back down to 15 just about a few months ago. So a lot of people was already losing hope in the market. So a lot of people was already thinking, oh, Bitcoin is going to zero just in between a month ago. So and if anything happened to be that a seller decide to sell what, even if 1% of his Bitcoin holding as of today, boom, you know, more fear will have been in the market and more people will have started selling once again. So super cycle as of now, I don't think so. So I don't think so for now, but no, maybe in the next 1 decade it may happen. That is because so in the next 1 decade, once the big boys keep buying and the OTC market finally dry up, boom, I think that so we may have super cycle then. But as of this time, I don't think super cycle is existing as of now, guys. Yeah, just a few months ago, people was bearish. As I always say, instead of me to be bearish, I have to be bullish. That is because each time the market did back, that give us a more opportunity to keep buying, and you guys know that. So each time the market is down, so we have to take it as an opportunity. Just imagine when Bitcoin was trading between 30,000 dollars just a few years ago. If you have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin, even if just last month, yeah, when Bitcoin was still trading between, $74,000. Don't forget, last cycle, 2023, Bitcoin was still trading between $60,000 from between 2022 2023. Bitcoin was still trading between $60,000. That was all time low last cycle. So Bitcoin went from $60,000 boom to $109,000. So each time the market is up, people will start be bullish once again. So you guys can see, even if the fear and greediness is still up as of now, it's still hovering between 71, the greed. So when the people start bearish once again, you will see that there was a time last cycle when the fear and greediness was between 8, even if 5. So which extremely fearful when people was extremely fearful. So people are still greed, so you can see that a lot of people are still greedy in the market. Yeah. So there's still a lot of greed. So in order for the miners to run out in profit, for sure, Bitcoin need to debug at least between $50,000. So I'm not telling you the market is going there. That is why I always tell you guys that one of the best ways to keep using DCA. That is what I've been working for me over the past few years. So not a financial advice, but that is what I've been working for me over the past few years using a DCA. So last cycle I was opportunity to buy Solana between $10. So what $1,000 will have be giving you 100 Solana. Even if as of today, if you are holding between 100 Solana, so which you spend $1,000 to buy last cycle. So 100 Solana is still worth almost between $17,000, which is crazy. So it's still worth between $17,000. So imagine just spending $1,000 to at least to make above $10,000 in between 2 years. So $1,000 investment. So there's no any other investment that can give you that except from crypto. So we show that, so Bitcoin and crypto has created more millionaires than ever over the past few years. So guys, as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Today I was stream a little bit late with about 20 minutes. But tomorrow, I will try to be on time. Tomorrow is Friday, Abi. So, guys, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central European time. As always share this room with your friends and family so they can be tuning. As you guys can see, every single day I'm here, like streaming to keep encouraging you guys so you guys can keep using a DC dollar cost average to be able to buy more Bitcoin so that whenever the market is up, we'll be in profit, guys. So, see you all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central European time. So, guys, Chalisco is out, guys. Don't forget, you are smart and intelligent. With crypto, we shall all achieve a financial freedom together. Guys, see you.